Andrew Marvell's The Garden is a poem in which the speaker expresses his favor of the natural world and his disdain for society. Marvell reflects the speaker's feelings towards his surroundings through the themes of isolation and the natural world. Marvell uses specific language and themes to convey the speaker's disapproval of his society and his love for the garden. In the first stanza, the speaker describes how the actions the workers in his society take to earn awards and titles are worthless. In lines 1 through 4, the speaker explains the men of his society work to win crowns made of different kinds of wood. The speaker is unimpressed by these rewards and speaks of them very passively. In line 4, he describes that for all the workers' labors, they are only crowned from some single herb or tree. The speaker does not care about the significance of the species of trees mentioned in line 1 of the poem. One of the trees mentioned is a palm tree, which has many meanings behind it. According to Frank Tarbell, author and professor at the University of Chicago, the branch of a palm tree has a universal significance and was one of the commonest attributes of the goddess Victory herself. The speaker's society holds the belief that crowns made from these trees have great meaning and are worth their efforts. The speaker disregards this meaning in lines 5 through 8 by comparing the amount of shade you would receive from a whole tree versus a crown made from such tree. The speaker dismisses the significance of the crowns because he favors the natural world and sees it as superior to his society. In the second stanza, the speaker romanticizes the idea of isolation compared to being around many people in his society. In lines 9 and 10, Marvell introduces fair quiet and innocence, which are personifications of the concept of quiet and innocence. Marvell refers to innocence as fair quiet's sister, because the two concepts that they represent come hand in hand in this narrative. The concept of quiet is described as being in relation to the idea of innocence, so it is implied that the idea of loudness and the busyness of a society are impure and bad. In lines 15 and 16, the speaker describes society as all but rude compared to this delicious solitude. In this poem, solitude means more than simply having some time to yourself. The speaker wants to completely remove himself from his society. The speaker labels his society and its busyness as being tainted and bad compared to the pure and good natural world. In the third stanza, the speaker continues to illustrate how nature is far superior to an established society. The speaker describes the old-fashioned practice of carving a lover's name into a tree as cruel. The speaker believes this is an unjust practice because while the lovers are admiring each other, they should be appreciating the tree that they are carving into. The speaker's view of nature and how it should receive praise is uncommon in his society. Throughout this poem, the speaker describes any societal practice as wrong or meaningless. The speaker praises nature and all of its components as one would a god. In line 23 and 24, the speaker says to the tree, if he were to carve any name into it, no name shall but your own be found. By saying this, the speaker is voicing that he is in love with nature as one would be in love with a fellow human. To the speaker, the only one that is worthy of love and worship is nature. Throughout the garden, Marvell makes clear that the speaker believes nature is better than mainstream society. The speaker labels all the practices and social norms as meaningless compared to the majesty of the natural world. Marvell uses the themes of isolation and the natural world to convey how the speaker romanticizes the idea of leaving everything behind to live amongst the trees. With the way the speaker has villainized his society, he will never be able to be truly happy unless he acts upon his desires to break away. Thank you.